Okay, so this is the last but first video in a series on Earthdawn's Ardanyan's Revenge. Okay, so I'm doing this video last in the series, but it's going to be the first one I upload to YouTube, and it's mostly just a preface of what the series is about. What I did is over the last few days, I did a little bit of a read and play through Ardanyan's Revenge. I had previously run this adventure, I don't know, a year or two ago, and it was a good adventure. I had fun with it, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to play through it solo because I might be running it again in the near future for a game group that tentatively might be forming. So because of that, I decided to, refresh myself on Earthdawn 4th Edition's rules and this adventure so I could run it for a potential group that might be forming in my local area. So this is more or less a playthrough through this adventure. To be honest, I don't think this series is going to have wide appeal. It's a solo role play through a pre-written adventure. It's a lot of combats that take like an hour long, and it's just one person narrating his thought process to play through. So again, if that does not sound appealing to you, and it doesn't to me, I would not sit through that probably. Feel free to tune out. Maybe you try another video of mine where I'm not playing through a pre-written adventure, but instead doing emergent play or goal-oriented proactive play through characters. I want to try in the near future. But this was just, again, a review and a refresher of this adventure. So this adventure came out for the 3rd edition of Earthdawn. I actually don't have 3rd edition Earthdawn. I have 1st and 2nd in all their books, minus the Dragon book for 1st edition and some of the Earthdawn journals. I have all the others. And I have all the 2nd edition books. I've got a scattering of 3rd edition, and I have all the 4th edition books. I do not have the Age of Legend, Pathfinder, or Savage Worlds Earthdawn books, so I have some of these all in PDFs. Alright, so 3rd edition. Don't have anything to say about the 3rd edition rules. All I said is I did my best to convert along the way. Kaer Ardanyan is an adventure, the good starting adventure for 1st edition, for a starting group who has never played Earthdawn before. I'm just flipping through so you see pictures. Some of the artwork is up to Foss's standard. You've got Lobenstein, who's a typical Earthdawn artist, and you have this other artist who was typical of 3rd edition. I'm not sure what his or her name is, but it's this style, and I like it. It fits. It suits Earthdawn. There's also, which other artist? Good maps. I mean, they're pretty clear. They're in the old Fossa Earthdawn style, which is not usually using a scale, hexes, or squares. Instead, you just have broad areas, which makes sense for narrative style of play, or also known as what's called, theater of the mind, right? However, if you want to throw this into, hexes or a grid, it's easy to do that, based on the simple maps that they provide. Beyond that, there's an excellent chapter in the back about a Kaer campaign, about an adventure or a campaign starting in a Kaer. That's pretty useful. There's some information about how to use magic too, because technically you could use raw magic in the Kaer safely as long as there's no horror breaking through. I ignored that for this adventure because I just wanted to use the matrix system like normal. But it is an alternative there that they provide. That's pretty cool. Otherwise, in here, you've got, other than the last chapter 14 on the Kaer campaign, you've got 13 chapters for the adventure. What's cool about this one is it gives you 2 options. Either your playing group can be a group of characters that discover the Kaer and are outsiders, or you can start as player characters who start from being in the Kaer itself. This is an adventure suitable for first circle characters. However, I will warn you, after having ran this once and just played through it one more time, you are really going to have to adjust this for either a small group or of characters. You know, if you have a small group of players, and just remember that they are first circle, you will have to pull your punches on some things. You should go ahead and definitely have offer the group some additional healing potions, healing salves, whatever, and a last chance salve or two, either in their equipment or in the equipment that they get in the adventure, because they will need it. This adventure ultimately has them fighting against, at some point, indirectly, a 10th circle character who will kick their ass. So that is brutal. Please have that in mind in prepping this one. The writing is great. The adventure plot and background and characters are all really good. They deserve, 8, 9, 10, high score. Again, its lethality maybe brings it down a point. And also another thing about it's very linear, because it's more or less leading you by the nose through the Kaer, and then and back to the Kaer, back to, I don't want to give away the plot, what's going on with the conflict of the story, and then back to the Kaer again. So it's just leading you by the nose a little too much. So that's very linear, very railroady. That's not going to be every group's cup of tea, but as an introductory adventure that will take 3 to 5 sessions, depending how long you do and how many combats you engage in. I don't think you'll do this adventure in less than 3 sessions, but it's possible you could milk it for even further than that, depending on how long you play, how long your sessions are, whether your player characters decide to get in every single fight and draw them out. And this does have some playability of expanding the adventure further by continuing the loose ends of where this adventure goes. Either it's possible that the enemies could get away, and with that, you could track them down, but it would be better to track them down in time as maybe an overall eventual campaign goal, because they're going to be too strong otherwise for the party. And another thing is that you will now have a base of operations either out of the Kaer or from where this adventure leads to, which is a pretty cool place to start. So again, if I had to rate this one, probably 7 out of 10. It's a good adventure. It's a great introductory place to start players who've never played Earthdawn before, because you've got a kind of a small situation. You are introducing the setting to them. You're front loading that in your first couple 2-3 sessions, because they are Kaer dwellers. They have limited knowledge because this little underground bunker space is all that they know. So you can slowly but surely introduce your players to the world of Earthdawn and its system through this introductory adventure. So even though it's linear and railroady, it still definitely has a place because of its great function as an introductory model for new players. So that's it. Again, this series might not be your cup of tea because it's one guy reading and commenting and playing through the adventure quickly with dice. You've been warned. If it's not your thing, please don't trash it or leave me a bunch of negative comments. Just go find something else, and maybe we'll play something that you'll enjoy better next time. All right, take care.